Once again, you people on the left do excel when it comes to book smarts and a vernacular, but you people are seriously lacking common sense. You know now full well about the whole fuck around and find out. The play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You know that if you post something online that, is kind of, in implying that you want bad things to happen to the sitting president, people are going to contact your employer. And yet you dumb fucks keep posting things. For the people who say no one's above the law, you people certainly think you're above the law. Now, I'm all for freedom of speech. Freedom of speech guarantees that you will not be arrested for your speech. So if you want to sit here and say, that you want the president assassinated and whatever, you're more than free to do so. But don't be surprised when your business no longer wants to have you employed because they see what a nasty, disgusting, vile, miserable, violent fucking cunt you are. They don't want that polluting their business and turning customers away. So like you people said for 4 years, we're just playing by the rules that you guys set. Freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequence. So here we have this young woman who played the good old game of fuck around and find out.
We're cooked as a country when my first reaction to hearing the news about Trump's attempt was, it was probably fake. Like immediately I was like, oh, that wasn't real. Probably fake. And the second was, aw, they missed? So happy they missed. Oh. Yeah, that's sad. That's when you know we're cooked.
You want to know when you know you're cooked? When you people who claim to be college educated continue to make the same fucking mistake over and over and over and over and over. I've said before, I'd rather be some dumb fucking redneck with no college degree but common sense than you people who are exceptionally smart, but you lack common sense, critical thinking, and logic. So you people know that people are going to see what you posted and then show it to your employer. Okay, so I've said before, the best way to describe it, you're that fucking kid who doesn't understand, hey, maybe I shouldn't put my hand on that stove because it's hot. Okay? Like, people on the right. Here's people on the right. Tss. Ow. I'm not going to do that again. And even some people on your side. Tss. Ow. Well, not going to do that again. No, you fucking retards. Tss. Ow. Tss. Ow. Tss. Ow. Tss. Ow. Fuck. That's you. You keep doing the same shit over. It's the very definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. You people constantly post shit online and you think that, oh, I'm going to be immune from this. No one's going to get me. And then we had the fuck around, and now we have the find out portion of this.
I wasn't going to make a video about this because I genuinely want to move on with my life. But a few weeks ago, I made a stupid video about the president. The far right found it, posted it on Twitter, and then got me fired from my job.
Here, let me play you a song on the world's smallest violin. Like you people said for 4 years, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequence. The First Amendment guarantees that you will not be arrested for your speech. And as you can see, the First Amendment stands true. You have not been arrested for your speech. But as you said to people who, 4 years ago were questioning the integrity of the election, or questioning on why we should all get a jab when no one knows what's inside of it, and people were getting banned left and right, getting fired from their jobs, and you people sat there and said, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequence. Well, here you are, acting like a nasty, disgusting, vile fucking cunt wanting the assassination of a sitting president, and then you're surprised when you lose your job. Come on, you're supposed to be smart. You're supposed to be college educated. And what do you mean far right? You don't have to be far right to be a decent fucking human being and say, you know what? Wishing harm upon someone just because you don't like them isn't exactly a mature thing. You don't. So basically you're saying that anyone who thinks that violence against political opponents or anyone just because you disagree with them should be condemned, those people are now far right. Do you understand what that's implying about you? Maybe you're not the good guys here. Maybe you're the fucking Nazis that you call everyone else. Because Nazis have no problem. Fascists have no problem with political violence. So if you are calling anyone a far right, whatever, because they, oh no, said that I shouldn't be calling out direct violence again. The problem is you, sweetie. The problem is you. You're a fucking nasty, vile, violent cunt. Okay? I've said before, if you're a MAGA supporter and you wish death upon anyone because you don't like them, you're a fucking faggot. If you're a person like this, wishing harm upon someone, and these people don't want just the president dead. They want all MAGA dead. They want all MAGA dead. These are the same people who sat there and said, we need to put MAGA in re-education camps. Huh. There was a person a long time ago that threw people in camps. Now, this looks all very, very familiar. But if you're a person who wants the president dead, or anyone, just because you don't like them, you're a fucking faggot. No matter what side you're on. If you're left, right, middle, whatever. If you wish death upon someone because you don't like them, you're a fucking faggot. Grow the fuck up.
I am already reaping the consequences of what I said. I lost my job in an economy that's already incredibly difficult, and I want to move forward. Do I regret what I said? Absolutely. I shouldn't have posted it on the internet, okay? It was a joke. I do not condone violence.
And that's the thing. Every time these people get caught, it was a joke. It was a joke. It's like those fucking people with the pranks. It's just a prank, bro. Breaking into someone's house and scaring the shit out of them. It's just a prank, bro. It's the same thing with these people. It was just a joke. There was nothing in the video implying that it was a joke. No, you are a nasty, vile fucking cunt who wants the sitting president dead. Along with everyone around him who you don't agree with. It wasn't a joke. You people need to just own up to what you fucking do and just go with it. Because we know damn well it wasn't a joke. Because that is exactly the same thing every single one of you people say when you're caught. One, you don't regret it. Two, you always say, oh, it's just a joke. Yet there was nothing there implying that it was a joke. Nothing.
And I would never hurt anybody, okay? That being said, I just got a letter in the mail. They have an address on it, so I'm going to have to report it to the authorities. It's a picture of my house, and it says, Allison, how does it feel? You've been doxxed and karma, cause and effect is coming, with a smiley face.
So, if this is indeed happening to her, being fired, that's one thing. That's she gets what she deserves, right? If you're a person doing this, if this is indeed true, we're gonna work under the assumption that it's true. If it is true, and that people are doxing her and going after her, you're a fucking faggot. Because this means it's coming from the right. If you are doing this shit, you are a fucking faggot. Okay? You should not be doxing someone just because you don't like them. You shouldn't be sending death threats just because you don't like them. Grow the fuck up.
All I have to say is that we're living in an incredibly scary time. Please be careful what you post on the internet. People aren't insane. Again, I am already suffering the consequences of what I said and did, okay? I want to move forward. I want to move on. But these people are so vindictive And they want to preach morality while sending me letters like this, and while leaving hateful messages on my social media, calling me every name in the book because of a stupid thing that I said about the President of the United States, who, number one, does not care about you.
We don't care. That's the problem with you people. You expect everyone to be in touch with their fifis and care for everyone. We don't care if the president likes us or not. We don't care. I mean, where does it say in the book that the president has to like you? I mean, I get, oh, well, he's running for president. We want him to care about the country, because what's good for the country is going to be good for the rest of us. Has Trump made a lot of bad choices? Of course. Every president does. But guess what? A president can still make bad choices, but still do plenty to where you can support him. I don't think he needs to shut the fuck up a lot of the times, like the shit he posts on Truth Social. Half of that, he just needs to shut the fuck up. Sometimes he needs to know his place, shut the fuck up, and just be the goddamn president. Posting things like, oh yeah, we're gonna bomb them into oblivion or into the Stone Age. It's one thing for someone like us to say that, but for a sitting president, he needs to shut the fuck up. Okay? He's going on this whole no nonsense thing, but yet he's continuously giving Iran just a pass after another, after another, after another. He needs to put his foot down. He needs to do something. Otherwise, they know he's not going to do anything right now. So, but you can still support him, but still, criticize him on things that he's doing. And just because he does things that you may not agree with doesn't mean he deserves to die. Like Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, I don't like them. But I would never wish harm upon them. And I've said this before, that when that day finally comes, when Joe Biden, hopefully it's because of natural causes, because he's old, I will be right here making a video talking about him and his life, telling you to just be kind, be respectful. The same thing that I would do for someone who would be right-leaning, I would be doing this. I'm going to be doing the exact same thing with someone like Joe Biden, or, heaven forbid, Kamala Harris, or someone who's younger. I'll be right here saying, be kind, show some respect. But to wish harm upon someone because you don't like them? Are you fucking 5? And again, if you're sending anything towards this woman, anything hateful, death threats, or whatever, or you support what's going on, assuming this is real, you're a fucking faggot. If you're on the left and you're doing it, you're a fucking faggot. Grow the fuck up, learn how to talk to people.
And number 2, probably didn't even see what I said. He doesn't care. Somehow I am being held more accountable for something stupid I said on the internet than people who send stuff like this, and the President of the United States, who has been spewing violent rhetoric his entire presidential career.
You see, this is why assassination attempts keep happening, because he hasn't done any violent rhetoric. That's you people. You call people, you call the right Nazis, far-right extremists. You call them racist. You say that Trump is literally worse than Hitler and worse than these heavy, loaded words. And then you're surprised when there's been 3 fucking attempts on his life, why Charlie Kirk was assassinated. We're not the ones spewing the... Again, these people think that if you say there are only 2 genders, that's violent rhetoric for them. If you say that a grown man should not be going into a biological woman only area, that's violent rhetoric to them. If you say that ICE should be allowed to do their job that they were hired to do under the law, that's violent rhetoric. They looked at Trump, and when he said, we will march peacefully and patriotically to the Capitol, that was violent rhetoric. They have no idea what violent rhetoric actually is because they spew it all the fucking time and they think it's perfectly fine. They have no idea what it actually is. They are the ones spewing the violent rhetoric. They take everything that man says out of context every fucking time. Look how long they were going on with the fine people on both sides. Even at the debate between Biden and Trump, Biden used that line. It has been debunked for ages. He never said that in the context that they were trying to tell you. He said, and there were very fine people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists because they should be condemned totally. He outright condemns them 5 seconds later in that same fucking sentence. But the media never showed you that. They never fucking showed you that. Everything that this man has said. But yet they keep going with it. So there's been no violent rhetoric. It's you people. You people are the ones trying to assassinate us. Why don't you own up and say, you know what, maybe our side is a little violent. Maybe take responsibility for it. But no, you big-brained individuals who say, oh, the adults are back when Biden was in charge, refuse to be adults.
That's really it. I don't even know what to do. I want this to go away, but this is absolutely insane. And please be careful what you post on the internet, especially if you post political content. People are crazy. Go on the internet right now and make sure that your address and your phone number is not on there. Because I've seen people get doxxed for reposting an Instagram story about the president. That is all. Be careful, be safe, and again, I am moving forward with my life. Please leave me alone.
I also love how it was not really an apology. She said something like the first 5 seconds, and it's like, oh, this is happening to me, and oh, the president is a bad person and violent. It was like, sorry, not sorry. But again, if you are on the right and you are supporting that, and you're on the right and you're sending her death threats or whatever, you're a fucking faggot. Grow the fuck up. If you're on the left and you're sending death threats towards people who you don't agree with, wishing death upon a sitting president, you're a fucking faggot. Grow the fuck up. Okay, simple as that. You want to say that you're the adults? Try acting like it. Adults do not send death threats, nor do they wish harm upon people they don't like. Okay, grow the fuck up. And we have this person, oh, it's just the right to feel that way. And I said the First Amendment right ensures that you will not be arrested for your speech. However, a company has all the right in the world to look at her and say, we don't want someone with those kinds of views working for us since it's a bad look and bad business. Publicly threatening the president or encouraging threats against the president is not new, and in such cases, the Secret Service typically arranges a meeting to address your comments and concerns. Know what I mean? A literal social media job, and she gets fired from her social media post, or her social media post. She's probably not that great at situational awareness. She says it was a joke. I missed the funny part. Yeah, there was nothing she said about it that made anyone think, oh yeah, this is totally a joke. Especially when her and there are so many people just like her posting like, oh, how could you miss? Third fucking time and someone missed. So all that scratching, obviously infected with liberal tick disease. Fleas? Gotta fire every liberal then, am I right? Thanks, I was wondering what she posted. Self-important opinions are my fave. This ain't a joke as she claims. Yeah. Yep, her employer did the right thing. Again, You people on the left, when Biden was in charge, like, oh yeah, the adults are in charge again. And yet, not once have you people acted like adults. Not once. You people have mental breakdowns over misgendering. You're constantly wishing assassination upon a sitting president, saying that fucking MAGA supporters and need to be put in re-education camps, saying that we need to tone down our violent rhetoric when our violent rhetoric is saying shit like there's two genders. Men, biological men can't become biological women. Biological men should stay out of biological women areas. We should have stronger border control. That is violent rhetoric to you. Because we say that there's like two genders and you're like, oh my God, that is literal violence against these groups. No, it's not. No, it's fucking not. Literal genocides are happening because like it's like with J.K. Rowling. She has these opinions and it's like, oh my God, she's literally causing genocide. No, she's not. Oh my God, she's donating money to these. Okay, they're not going out there and destroying, trans individuals. They're not hunting trans down. Okay, stop with the fucking fear mongering. But as you people said 4 years ago, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequence. If you want to come on and wish death upon a sitting president and all those who support him, don't be surprised when you lose your job. Okay, don't be surprised. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.